Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Table Talk Thursday. Before we get into our Table Topics Cube, for one, if you would like to get a Table Topics Cube similar to this one, link will be provided down below. Uh, but before we get into all that, let me thank our patrons on Patreon. Thank you, Linda and Sophia, for being patrons on Patreon. If you would like to also be a patron on Patreon, it goes towards funding the startup for this church that we are starting here, the Christo-Pagan Church, here on YouTube. Link is down below. I have a lot of different ideas and things that I want to do with this church, and those funds really do help out. If you would like to support me as an individual creator, you can hit up the eBay link down below. Ask for discounts. I give them out all the time. Link is down below. That goes towards me and keeping the lights on and keeping, food in the stomach. And my little Jelly keeps her happy. So yeah, keep Jelly happy, shop on my eBay store. Anyway, with all of that out of the way, if you would like to support this channel but don't have the funds to do so, that's fine. Hit the subscribe button. It's right down here. Hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever new videos come out. You hit that like or dislike button. It doesn't matter to me. It all appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. And if it is safe for you to do so, share this on your social media platforms. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into our topic for today. Today's topic is, if you found $200 at an ATM machine, would you return it to the bank? Whew. This is a little bit of a conundrum. You find $200 at an ATM machine. I don't see that really ever happening. Because, well, little side story. There is an individual that works at I think it's like Advance Auto. It's one of those auto parts stores, you know the type. And right across the street from it is a TD Bank. Well, one day whenever he was going in to make the deposit for the store, he walked in and the ATM was left wide open. Probably about $50, to $100,000 sitting right there easily. So he calls him up and he's like, "Hey, your ATM is wide open for the taking for anybody." Um, Gave them a heads up. They came out, they closed it, all that stuff. Everything was good. Now, if I found something like that, for one, you're on camera, so it'd be stupid to go ahead and take it. For two, even outside of that, that is a large sum of money. $200 in the grand scheme of things is not a large sum of money. It's more of a little petty crime, if you even want to denote it as a crime. Some would see it as a gift from the universe, that the universe has bestowed a gift upon you. And, I don't really know if I would be in one camp or the other, where, it's a crime, don't do it, or if it is, a gift, go ahead and take it. Um, you know, I would wonder, hey, is this somebody else's cash that they took out the money and, some extra came out, or, they dropped some or something like that. They didn't receive all of their cash. That would be my concern, is that somebody needs this money and walked away, leaving some of it, uh, you know, in the ATM. That would be more of my concern. So there's a couple routes that I would probably try to take. For one, if I came up on the ATM and I was in line behind somebody and I noticed it as they were walking away, I'd be like, "Hey, you didn't get all your money. Here you go." And, that would be the nice thing to do. That would be the moral thing to do. That would be the karmic good thing to do. If I just happened upon an ATM with $200 sitting there and it was a, you know, basically a dead night. There's nobody else out there, all that stuff. Then I would be a little bit more hard pressed to say, hey, here's $200. Take it, bank, as if you didn't get funding and everything from the government, and as if my tax dollars didn't go towards this. Yeah, take it. I would be a little bit more hard pressed for that. Not to mention, banks are protected by FDIC, which is a federal, I think it's Federal Department of Insurance, something like that. Anyway, they are covered by insurance in case something like this happens, like in case of bank robbery or something like that. So $200, they can write that off. It's an insurance claim. They're fine. I wouldn't feel bad for the bank at all. I would be more worried about, was this somebody else's money that they were supposed to get out of the bank and they end up not getting it? That would be my concern. So for me, the answer would be, it depends. Because for me, if I found $200 at an ATM machine, I would not return it to the bank. But if there was a person in front of me, if we were in a line and that person happened to leave $200 there, I'm not going to take that away from them. Something like that. There would be different situations in which I would want to give that back, where I would think it would be more moral or more justified to give it back. The more justified reason being, this is an individual's money versus a big corporation that's going to write it off as an insurance claim, and it's going to be no big deal at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's kind of where I sit. Now, with the ATM sitting open with, $50,000 to $100,000 in cash, very tempting. Would not take it. Again, that is a large sum of money that can be considered a felony. Taking that amount of money, and though it would be very tempting because there's a lot of bills that I could pay off on that, I would rather make my money the honest way through eBay. Again, link below, shameless plug, all that good stuff. But that is all that I have for today's video. Let me know what your answer to this is. If you found $200 at an ATM machine, would you return it to the bank? Would you consider it a karmic blessing? And if there was an individual that was in line ahead of you, would you give it to them? My answer might actually change on that if it were somebody that was like incessantly rude to another individual. I would think that would be in the karmic realm of karma good, or karma getting back at them for being bad. So yeah, a couple different situations there. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye bye.